Hey guys, sorry if there's any interruptions or anything. This is a live stream. It is about 12:50 p.m. on this TGIF Friday. I am at lunch right now, and I am filming this with my new Samsung Luna J3 Pro, which does record. I don't know if it's live streams, but does record video in 1080p. So yeah, you kind of see the title, and it seems that I have not yet watched Crown Jewel, and I don't know if I will. A lot of people pretty much have not watched it either and refuse to watch it. But from what you can read in the results, damn WWE, you just can't help yourself. Alright, here's what I mean. Spoiler here if you haven't watched Crown Jewel, if you even plan to watch it. Brock Lesnar is your new two-time, first ever, two-time Universal Champion. That's right, Brock Lesnar defeated Braun Strowman to become champion. But, get this, it wasn't a clean victory. Because you see, before the match started, Baron Corbin decides to deck Braun Strowman in the back of the head with the Universal Championship. Thus, it allowed Brock Lesnar to mostly dominate the match and become champion. Hitting, what was it? What was I read? 2, 3 F5s to become champion. Yeah. Braun Strowman got screwed out of the championship thanks to Baron Corbin. And all because what? Baron Corbin wanted retaliation for getting power slammed? So now, as a result of this, we're getting a Survivor Series rematch from last year between WWE Champion AJ Styles, who did retain over Samoa Joe, and Brock Lesnar. Look, I agreed that the match between those two was great last year, and obviously WWE thought so much of it as well that they decided to do the rematch. Maybe the positive out of this will be AJ going over Brock, but we don't know. The other thing is, because of this, it seems that now we're going down the route of Team Corbin versus Team Angle, or in this case, Team Strowman, at Survivor Series. Yeah, we pretty much know who's going to be on Team Angle. And we pretty much know who's going to be on Team Corbin. But this is all because, one, they want to start, because what? They're removing Baron out as acting GM and putting Kurt Angle back. And so, I guess what? The storyline's going to be Corbin enjoyed his power. He wants to keep it. So he's going to challenge Angle to a match, Survivor Series style. And one of Angle's partners is going to be Braun Strowman. Thus, we're leading ourselves. I mean, this is what's crazy about WWE in the booking decision. You decide not to go the route that a lot of people expected you to go. Just because, one, you want to do the rematch between Styles and Brock, which is okay, fine, go ahead. If that's one of the main reasons you want to do it, fine, go ahead and do it. But basically, this time around, you better have AJ probably be the one that beats Brock Lesnar. But then, on top of that, it's mostly also to start a feud between Corbin and Strowman, with Angle kind of like in the middle. Angle being like that first step. So now you have Baron Corbin wanting to feud with Strowman. That's what it's leading towards. That's what this is about. Basically, you want to give the belt back to Brock because you want to focus on doing Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin with Kurt Angle in the middle. I mean, yeah, there have been reports that WWE is kind of impressed with Baron and what he's been doing, and that the reason they had him carry the belt out to the ring this past Monday night with the championship over his shoulder was to kind of be like a test run to see what it would be like with him as the title, with him as the champion. So overall, when you think about it, this whole situation was just because they're prepping Baron Corbin for a run with the Universal Championship, And what are we going to get out? And what are we going to what are we going to get out of this as a result? What, a three-way triple threat TLC ladder match, table match at the TLC pay-per-view between the three, where Baron Corbin walks out and ends the year as Universal Champion? Is that what this is about? It would have been easier for WWE just to have Baron Corbin come out and say, "Oh, wait! Before the bell rings, I want to say that there's been a change, and the change is it's now a triple threat match, and I'm adding myself into the match." It would have been easier to go that route, but they didn't. They didn't go that route, and now you go through all this cluster. You know what? Because you want to do the rematch between Styles and Lesnar, which is cool. A lot of people like last year's match. Hopefully this match will be better, and like I said, hopefully AJ will be able to go over. But on top of that, you're also using it as a foundation to start a Braun Strowman Baron Corbin feud. And what's going to be the reason? What, Baron going to bring up what's Baron going to do? Bring up early last year in the Royal Rumble where he himself eliminated Braun Strowman? I mean, what's the payoff? What's the give is what I want to know. You know, what's the payoff? What's the give? That is the big question. Again, is it because you want to put, what? It's because what we saw on Raw with Corbin holding the belt, that's basically saying, yeah, look at this. That's the future at the end of the year. Is that the reason? Because this is the first step to put Baron Corbin as Universal Champion? Again, it would have been more sensible and more easier to go down the route of having Baron Corbin add himself to the match. It would have been easier. People would have accepted it more. Heck, they would have accepted it more with him becoming champion at the end. But you didn't want to do that. You decided to go down this route. So let me see if I got this straight. You do this because Lesnar Styles is just as appealing of a matchup at Survivor Series as it was last year. Okay. Cool. Positive is, that's a good positive. But, on the other hand, the other parts are, you're doing it for that, but you're also doing it because the second part is you want to start focusing on Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar. Not Brock Lesnar, but Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin, with Kurt Angle, with Baron feuding with Kurt Angle on the side, and Braun Strowman siding with Angle. And then to top it off, this is all leading to a possible Baron Corbin Universal Championship reign. That's what this is leading towards. That, again, that doesn't make sense. Heck, Crown Jewel hasn't made any sense from what I've read anyway. I mean, they basically work in an injury on The Miz. They have Shane McMahon possibly turning heel by inserting himself into the finals in Miz's place and beating Dolph Ziggler. I don't know how they even did the announcing, how the commentary went down. I mean, Crown Jewel, again, you know what this shows me? This shows me exactly what I said was going to happen. The Lex Man even said it. OTRS Central has said it. Everybody has said it. WWE was in a hurry to get this over and done with. That's why you had the situations happen the way you did. You wanted the unpredictability, but you wanted to get them out of there as quickly as possible, and that's why they went the damn directions they did. Again, it just, WWE, it doesn't make any sense. And besides, if what I'm reading is true, and what people have probably witnessed is true, then you basically hurried yourselves up into a you basically hurried yourselves you based up into a corner. You need to You could have easily gone and rescheduled it, which was one of the options I heard Vince wanted to do. Either. You didn't do that either. So I don't know. All I know is this, WWE. You're going to have people ranting on you, getting on your case because of what you did here and the results that you came up with. And you're possibly doing all this because you think it's going to get people to view and tune in later. Yeah, it might get a few eyeballs to see exactly what happened. The only thing people are going to see, or going to want to see, is Hulk Hogan. That's it. I hate to say that, but they're going to want to see Hogan and maybe Styles versus Joe. And that's it. So, really, WWE, you just couldn't help yourselves, could you? Just couldn't help yourselves. You had to put the belt on Brock Lesnar, and for some asinine reasons, and those asinine reasons being, oh, it's because we want to do Styles and Lesnar, Styles versus Lesnar 2, which I'm sure a lot of people will be happy about. I'm happy to hear about it. But the other main asinine reason that's more negative than anything else is because you want to start the process towards a Baron Corbin Universal Championship reign. WWE just couldn't help yourselves. Just couldn't help yourselves. And you know, I know some people are going to say, well, think of it this way, Brian. They had to put the belt on Brock. Maybe Brock going away with the belt, is a good thing so they can put focus on Ambrose and Rollins. Okay, fine. That's good and everything. But if they wanted to put focus on Ambrose and Rollins, they could have done that tonight. They could have done that in Saudi Arabia, but they didn't, from what I understand. So, I don't know. WWE. You need to stop figuring things out. Because why would you take the belt off Brock just to put it back on him 2 months later? It's Alexa Bliss all over again from earlier this year. And I say that with all due respect to Alexa, but still, you get the idea. But anyway, guys, that's all I'm going to say on it. You all let me know what you think down below. But again, WWE, they just couldn't help themselves, could they? Just couldn't help themselves. Talk to you later. I got to go get me something quick to eat and clock back in. Peace.